Tell me about this vortex you're creating in your home.
So what I did
Start.
was, I bought some Apple iPads, and so I put them on opposing sides, and then I put on Brian Scott's 8-hour quantum jump, and then I've got the TV as well. So it's an 8-hour meditation.
So you're
Yeah,
playing the two iPads plus the TV with that
yeah, so
same video.
yeah, the same video. So I make sure they're about 5 seconds apart.
Oh, okay.
And so what it is it's like, and now you can, and now you can, and now you can. So it's got that 5 second delay to this 8-hour recording.
Oh, that's like really trippy.
So what you do is, so of course you and I believe that what we see is as an empty room is actually energy that is just not always observable.
Yeah.
It's just like a portal. You create this vortex. You got to set the intention though, and then so when I step into it, I feel the energy leap. Like I feel like this dense body just gets pulled.
Wow.
It's quite phenomenal. It's really cool.
What do you use it for?
I actually use it to detoxify my auric body.
Ah, what a great idea.
So, of course, I sit in this part of the home at the front of the home,
Yep.
and because I work, as a counselor, and so, like you do, and it's the work that we do, I'm often using this front part of the room, maybe engaging 35, 40 clients a week. So, what happens is when you become really sensitive, like you and I are energetically, you pick up the fragmentation or the sludge or the density as people are processing their trauma. And I find that often at the end of a day, I'm generally acting out. So I will overeat or I will order Ubers not once, but twice at night, or
That
I will.
happens to me too. Yeah, like you need to do something. I do try to get outside in the backyard and just put my feet on the grass. And that shifts my energy, and then I sort of come back in clear.
Yeah. And so I'll try to go out and just walk the dog around the block.
Mm,
And then I realized working at home with clients
mm.
and engage in a level of healing, however clinical or energetical it is, that there's so much residual that just sits on this side in our space. And it was really affecting me. So I came up with the idea this weekend that if I create a large space in my home where I set it up and ensure that it sits at a different vibrational frequency,
Yeah.
that I can step through it and it acts sort of as a cleansing space. Um,
Oh, what a great idea. If you like this content, please subscribe. It helps our channel get out there to more people. Okay, so we've probably got a little bit of this in our book, The Multidimensional Soul.
Definitely. So every chapter will walk you through the theme of that chapter. And towards the latter part of that chapter, usually for probably a page or two, are actually work activities. And so definitely in the first chapter, when we're introducing the notion of the soul and what we have understood it to be, we talk around how to manage your energy and also how to sort of clear your space.
We do. At the end of each chapter, we've got what's next. And in the first chapter alone, we've got some journal prompts, daily reflection, soul's essence, our life purpose, inner wisdom. And then we've got some mindfulness and meditation. So a soul meditation, nature connection, which is, works really well for me, going out and putting my bare feet on the earth. Creative expression, art or poetry, music, storytelling. So just reading something that really inspires you.
Yeah, the theme is centered around how do we become more self-aware of our soul. And so a lot of those work activities are really to sort of activate our 3D, a third dimensional sort of lens, from a spiritual higher ordered level of thinking. So often for people to get introduced to the idea of them having a soul and also even making contact with their soul as this living sentient consciousness, it's really difficult if just in your 3D lens, you're just sort of from survival mode and functioning and getting through. And so you'll find that a lot of the workbook activities, and particularly the first chapter, it's really introducing journaling and getting you in contact with your intuition. It's to enable your energy body to become more online, to become more activated. And so when your energy body is more activated and you're sort of getting your egoic mind out of the way, what it does is it lightens up your internal spirit, quite literally. And so that's why it's really important that when you read the chapter, the first chapter particularly, that you understand the context in which these work activities are being presented. Because, if we could all just close our eyes and feel this sentience of this unit of energy that we know to be our soul and communicate, then the world would be a great place and there'd be no conflict and no contrast and, duality. But we know that it's a difficult journey for all of us. And so we need other ways to really begin to initiate this sort of activation of our intuition. But, I'm really impressed, the workbook we've created is being used as a workbook in some cases. And so definitely people that are buying the book are being able to use it in groups. And so, and guide a lot of their sort of therapy healing as well. You're right, Leah, with that introducing a lot of work activities in the chapters were going to be important. Yeah. And look, fortunately for both of us, Leah, we get to work in sort of the mental health sector and we get to work, you more so with energy, but we both have an opportunity in this lifetime to help people break those patterns. And I think the creation of the book is one way of putting that forward.
Yeah, because not everyone can always afford to work
Yeah.
with an energy healer
Yeah.
or a practitioner.
And okay, well, it's a pretty good book for 100 pages. Awakening the multidimensional soul, a spiritual awakening path to your soul's purpose. Absolutely.
Our book, The Multidimensional Soul, is filled with practical tools and exercises to support you on your spiritual awakening. Click the link in our bio to get your copy.